This is day 1443, 1443 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, and we're learning today for the schus of the Yoshua Eretz Yisrael, who are in Sakana from the south, from the north, by Hatzora, Osoni, Machshmo, V'zichro, and for the Yeshua of all of Am Yisrael. Today we're doing Yerdei Simon Kuf, Simon Kuf Tzadik, Siv Tez Zayin Techofei. Tez Zayin. Pashlu, the Tinoka Shigir man rose, the child whose time has come to see. Alpha Pisha Dan Losa, no, she hasn't seen yet. Kismata Mechal Nashim, who's staying his tummy like all other women. There are some of the ancient sources who say that as long as she hasn't yet actually seen her kesem is not tummy. V'dacha Rashi with the Rebbe Torah Sabayis V'Shar Ksam and Shem Rashi rejected their position. Also writes, she's 12 years and 1 day old, which means what we call today 12 years old. Even though she never saw blood, she has halach abstains. We don't know that she has body hair. And stars, but if she is 12 and you checked her and she didn't have body hair, because of Rashi, Rashi, we assume she's a child. Don't not concerned that maybe they fell off. That's Rashi's out. Any time she's reached 12 years old, even though she doesn't have body hair, or says she bought body hair, even though she's not 12 years old, it's called the time has come to see. Nevertheless, all the poskim argue on this perspective. Rambam Periktes Mistam still made the Rambam does not specify. Nevertheless, Milashona from his language, because of what he writes. Psulo never saw blood, and she's still in a minor. Kosmatar, her kesem is tar machas for the Kuroa poskim. Sounds like she holds like most of the poskim. As we hold in the entire shas that with simonim without years or years without simonim, she does not. She's still considered to be a kana. You need both, not like Rashi. Yud Zayin. When they made the decree on Ksavim, locals Elin Kane, Kesem Gorov B'Mashchoka Gris. The size Kesem has to be the size of a gris in order to be Matame. For gris, it's more than Torah. If it's a gris, it has to be more than a gris. If it's precise the size of a gris, it's still Dain Torah, she's still Torah. For Yosim gris, only if it's a little bit more than a gris, have a Kesem, it's going to be a stain for Tumah, Utmea. The reason is if not, that's not the case. There's no woman who will ever be tar for her husband. You don't have any bed or any sheets, which don't have drops of blood from the blood of, presumably it's a bed bug. So Chachamim reckon that the amount of blood in a bed bug is not more than a macholis. It's not more than a gris. So therefore up to a gris, including the size of gris, she assumes that the stain came from the bedbug. But it's more than that, she's telling me. And she can assume it is from a bedbug, even though she didn't crush the bedbug with her hand. Nevertheless, the derech of bedbugs is to be crushed when people lie down on their beds or sit on their seats. As our senses testify, in every garment, in every sheet, they have several drops of blood, from crushing a bedbug, even though you didn't crush them with your hand. Okay, if we're concerned, if we assume it's a bedbug, in Cain, after you listen to gris, even as large size of gris, say 2 or 3 bedbugs are crushed together. But like they have some, you can nullify the decree of Ksavim. Cloud. That's not a question at all. The Chachamim logos Chachamim only made the decree in a place where it can't be otherwise. In other words, we won't be able to survive otherwise. Made a decree even less than the shear, who will never be tar for her husband. Because all the bed bugs all over the place. But it's more than that shear. She will become tar. Dato v'achos hochim yachad smuchim zeh to the bed bugs march 2 by 2 or 3 by 3. Shneimar shneim nismach yachad, which is to say the two of them got crushed together. Ve'ich yitremu smuchim. Eich yitarmu smuchim zeh zeh mamish yismachom yachad. How I guess how they're going to be shackled together. I think it should be Yurotmu. But anyway, how can they shackle together that they should be crushed together? Wherever she knows she crushed 2 bed bugs together, or Yodas Shishneim Nismach B'Yachad, or she knows the two of them were crushed together. She could assume that was the bed bugs actually greasing up to the size of 2 greasing. You can, if you have anything by which to excuse the blood, you can do so, as we shall see later on. You test. Don't let the Rambam, language of the Rambam lead you astray. Because he wrote the Zel Shoro as follows. He says, "Kagrisha fool, if you find the size of a gris of this legume, less than that, she assumes it comes from a bedbug. And we'll say that, okay, when she sat down or she turned side to side, and she killed the parosh is a moth, kina is a louse, and I guess all included in the category of macholas for this purpose. And from the kes come from them. So he wrote in plural, paroshim mekinim, moths and lice. He doesn't mean the multiple, but rather the name of the species. Paroshim mekinim. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean that she killed many of them in the same place. She killed many of them. But they're scattered. Each and every one, into the length of the width of the sheet, in the garment, etc. But that which he said in the lesson that you can assume it's from that creature. For a twin, it's astonishing. We hold the gam kagrisko. Even the size of the gris, could also assume it comes from the bed bug. Which like he himself wrote in Paraktes, Din Chav Gimel Zel Shoinat, V'Tayla Me'acholos can assume it's from the Acholos Chui Akama Akagris, up to the size of Kagris. Im Matza Kesim Yoisem Kagris. She found a kesim which is larger than the size of the gris, then she can assume it's tar Ad Kam L'Shoinat. Ein of Chuli Ad Kam L'Shoinat. Gam Chibur says more, but he also contradicts himself in the Rambam, the Arukh HaShulchan himself. To Mikorim L'Zebedin Vav because previously he wrote in the Halacha Vav, and Imsa Beggar Ein Matami Achik a gris. It was found on the garment time until it's the size of a gris. If it's less than that measure, Tahar Akal Shon Star, end quote. Base. Anil's Daitin Anil's Daitin here, the Dvar Bruin. The Rambam's clear. Because when we infer from the Gemara, the Pli Gamaroi, the Rambam argue with gris. At the precise size of a gris. You have a kapachas mikris or gris is more like less than a gris or more than a gris. Mashak Puktab said, what machlokes is relevant here? Came at time mishum damacholas. Since the issue here is the blood of the bed bug, nichseim damacholas have a gris. Let's go measure it. See how what size the blood is. How much of what the volume of the blood is. Elevated sometimes says, so obviously you can't be precise with this. The Zelman Amnim knows you can't. It's impossible having mamish to be precise with such a measure. That's why there's machlokas, mar machmir, mar mekel. It's not machlokas to mitzias because it's almost impossible to determine the mitzias. So therefore, we have one mekel, one machmir. For kaimel kula, we hold the kula. Kidis hasham kol shuri chachamim lachmir chutz mikrisha samil hakel. We're mekel because it says that all the shumar chachamim are to be machmir except for the grits of to something where we're lenient. Klomar kosher chacham sheshi stop people him. All the shuracham when there's a doubt. We go to the chumrah chutzi krisha ksamim hochim lakum except for grease of the stains where a makel in its case of doubt. Chafaf in neighboration nidalin tumas meisleis umafreya. In terms at the beginning of nida, in terms of the question which we don't apply to our nida. Of tuma we have to actually 24 hours. We know that there are more machmir by tumantara for truma and kochim than we are for a husband. For me, it says that it says that the stains are time retroactively 24 hours. For Misham, it says that Rameir he the machmir it's just going Rameir who's machmir also but it was machmir by stains. Ayin sham taisus the kula machmir miksamim. See taisus that everybody is machmir by ksamim. The kosher halahala kamar amina omrim. Then we say around the ochim miksamim lahakel that were lenient by stains. Like we just saw. Elvada taras chmir over lolabala. So must be the chumrah is only for taras and not for husband. Visa according to this asi shabi divi ram kami chayim or amriksav very frequently. They become but didn't gil kasav. In that look, he only writes kol ra kesem. Any woman who sees a kesem man, my free Arukh HaShulchan shows she's read Torah retroactively up to 24 hours. I ain't shum. V'zel litaros. That's in terms of tuman taro. But therefore, when he it makes sense when he's passed afterwards, the gris have a gris that the size of gris is like more than a gris. Mishum the mile taros because talking about in terms of taros. Like it's clear from the arrangement of his words, and from his language sham. Shekasav sham because he writes there, vanim to beged something which is small on the garment. Any time I check a gris, not time unless the size of gris clay. Hayapachas mikashir so if it's less than shear. Tor. Tor. I can show read the mildly into Tumtara. Say about Tumtara. Mashim mishamu ulahalam myrabalas. But the next halacha. It's talking about her husband. That's why he passed in Chav Gimel the gris, Habi Kapachim the gris. That gris is like less than gris. Look, Kasav Lashon Tumah V'Tara. Because there it's not talking about Tumah and Tara, it's talking about Isla Bible. Back he says, he wasn't concerned to expand on this in his Perishah Nushnais. Chapes, Ben Kesem Odom, Ben Kesem Shachar, whether it's red or black, Toli Machos. Someone came from the bed bug. The Yesh B'Hem Shnei Minim, there are two types, Kina Rocheshes, V'dom Adam, a creeping, crawling bed bugs, which has blood, red blood, V'osel Kofetzes, and the jumping bed bug, Shkrim Parosh. Here it says Parosh, which is a moth, V'laz fly. Yes, it's not a size of moth, it's a fly. And it says that the fly has black blood. The rock kesem adam told some people say that only a red stain you can assume it comes from elsewhere. That's meal stock of okay, it's not true. After gam besefer bali nefesh, even though the right because of the ain't told kesem adam, she only can assume a red kesem is tor if she doesn't find it. No, we did not write this. Especially because came possible the people who wrote this. My makush ain't matzu paroshim. So that place where they aren't prevalent. I think it's most. I say she is totally gone b'shachar, but by us it's obviously also tailored by black because of the paroshim / flies, which evidently have black blood. Chav Gimel shir gris. The measure of the gris ukadisha dash like 9 lentils. Shlosha in 3 by 3. Here shlosha dash is besides that. I mean you put 3 lentils in one next to the other. One next to the other. V'tachteihem shlosha, and underneath them 3 is another 3. V'tachteihem, underneath the second 3, another shlosha. Kulno kings say they all touch each other. Shir hadasha karba saros. The shir and hadasha is 4 hairs. As they are attached to the body of a person, which was some separation between them. Kamalobati books are not when the hairs are clinging to each other. Ela muchaking tzas, we said rather they are distant a little bit from each other. Like they are on a human body. And therefore 9 lentils, yesh lambo serves to 36 hairs. Kakshin reish perk van the goyim leina baheres the shul gamkin gris. As we learned also about a baheres a neged saras where the shul is also gris. Ayin sham that it's 36 hairs. For your eliatisi the kavona masaras arosh. Talking about hairs of the head. Kesar beiramo v'sifot archei Moshe. The gamarosh is shepesh mashu ben ser l'sar. The head is also a gap between each hair, but it's not as big as the gap on body hair. The those that come on a sar it is on the hair on the person's body. That's basically true. It's not true. The begufi is rico carbon on the body. It's possible to have a very big gap between hairs. Like our eyes behold. There's another shear in gris. It's a half a legume. Divide each pool in half, but in lengthwise, and the amount of one of the halves is shir gris. That's the shir of gris. One of the Goyim said the zel ha'pulim scoring terkeshe buning. L'shnei nikra pasalia. Ben rachash matzui b'hem. Not so many worms in them. In kozel is barlon yafa, but it's still not clear about this. Gigank elu yesh time. They have different types sizes in them. Yesh is because those who write through my bear should be as pricing should call didka. It's a Prussian coin called the Didka, and in modern terms, as we mentioned, it's an American coin called a penny. ואני קיבלתי מהלוסי פי הגדולים, I accept Messiah from great people, of which I assume my youth should come out there. Polish, it's like a Polish coin, Mikesef Sigim Shel Chamisha Greitzer, from mixed silver, was 5 Greitzer, Shkoyen thinner film, it's called a thinner film. Achatop Psalta Malchus, but now they don't use it anymore because the government canceled it. But it's the same thing as the silver coin of Russia. Chamisha kopika kesef, 5 kopiks of silver. For a little bit more. It's close to a dime of 10 kopika. Kesef is in our Russian country, where many mentioned many times the size of a penny. Kavhe, Kosva Tur, Vashulchan Sifei, Kosma Shein, because the shear doesn't have the shear, Kama Shein Bakesim Yotam Gris, it doesn't have more than gris, only Lamar, Dam Kino, we say it's blood from a louse. Abishloga came though she didn't kill a louse. Abishesh because the shear has the shear, Klamar Kigris, more than gris, ain't telling me Kino. We also come from a louse. Baitum Ruba Arukh, whatever the shape of the kesem is, square or long. Nizam the gris Yesim Kolam, he says shear. And if he has a gris which is larger than the shear, it happens to have, I guess, a bean for that type, which is larger, you can use it for this purpose of measuring. Something if you arrive of a Ramban Zal, that's when I have a Ramban Tama, the God in the Goyim, since by the Goyim it says grisa kalkali, which sounds like a specific type of gris. So kesem or gris tam is just a generic gris. Shmain el chol gris yeshimol. Mashurina would use any gris which you can find in the world to reckon the status.